The New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 2019, the 29 G1 Climax, is officially started. And it's time for my review of day one of the G1 Climax here, as I was torn about reviewing the whole show or just the G1 matches for this review because it's going to be like a week until the days 2 and 3 start of New Japan's G1 Climax. And, it's just I'm going to be talking about the G1 matches for those and for the rest of the tournament, so that's just kind of what I'm going to be doing for that, so you might as well just do it for here as well. But I'll just quickly say I like the build up for Ishii and Jeff Cobb for day two's show, and the pull apart with Naito and Liger, them doing the pull apart, and then Naito and Liger starting off their 6-man tag. That was cool too. Those two guys really got a huge pop from the crowd. But the G1 Climax starts with Lance Archer versus Will Osprey, as Lance Archer looking like an extra in a shitty straight-to-DVD Mad Max movie, or a not-so-cool Rufio from Hook. I'll take either one, as a standing Spanish fly from Osprey, twisting corkscrew off the top rope. Springboard 450 splash from Osprey. Archer kicks out at 2. Sasuke special. Archer catches him, hits a choke slam through a table. Lance Archer walks the top rope. Backhand spring overhead kick from Osprey, trying to attempt a comeback. Buckle bomb into a power bomb from Lance Archer. Follows up with a power bomb onto the apron as Archer goes to power bomb him onto the ramp. Osprey counters with a Yoshi tonic. Back into the ring they go. Shooting star press from Osprey. Archer kicks out at 2. Spinning axe kick followed by the Os cutter. Archer again kicks out at 2. Kawada kicks from Osprey. A fucking muscle buster from Lance Archer. Osprey kicks out at 2. Archer hits the blackout. Osprey kicks out at 2.9. That was a good false finish. The Iron Claw in Dallas, Texas, it's almost poetic. As Archer goes for a top rope choke slam, Osprey counters into a Spanish fly. Holy shit, Osprey doesn't get the win though. Archer kicks out at 2. I don't think Lance Archer's ever gotten a "This is awesome" chant in one of his matches. A blackout from the metal rope. Holy shit. Locks in the Iron Claw and he pins him with it. Definitely was better than their New Japan Cup matches. Without a doubt, probably the best match Lance Archer's ever had in his career. Obviously, it takes two guys to have a great match. Osprey's talents were on display. Took a lot of big bumps too. The choke slam through the table, the powerbomb on the apron, the middle rope blackout. Overall, I'll say it was a good match, and I predicted it for Lance Archer. So 1 for 1. Let's stop the G1 right now. Let me end it on perfection. 1 for 1, I'll take a Bad Luck Fale versus Evil. Sweet-ass robe and mask from Evil. Evil jump starts the match, attacking Fale before the bell rings. Immediately they go to the ramp. Ramp lariat from Evil. Fale body slams Evil on the ramp. Get back into the ring. Corner strikes from Fale that floors Evil. Evil the lariat that sends Fale to the floor. Big body splash from Fale. Evil kicks out. Fale brings the chairs into the ring. Evil kicks one out of his hands. Lariats from Evil. Fale kicks out at 2. Fale blocks everything is Evil. Evil goes for a discus lariat. Fale grabs him mid-term, hits him with a grenade. That was a pretty awesome spot. Evil drops down from the Bad Luck Fall. Ref bump. Bad Luck Fall. And Fale wins. There goes me going perfect. Just like that. I should have known better. Tough to follow that Osprey Archer match. Figured it'd take a step down. But that, it was as expected. As Zack Sabre Jr. versus Sonata. A crazy good opening sequence from the two. Paradise Lock attempt gets countered into a roll-up. Both men trade roll-ups. They kick out of Zack Sabre Jr. takes his good sweet time to get back into the ring at 19, really milking it. As Zack fights off the Paradise Lock attempt again. Cross armbar from Zack Sabre Jr. Zack counters the hip toss with abdominal stretch. That was a really great... Simple. That's the thing with this match and a lot of the Zack Sabre Jr. matches, and even Sonata as well, is taking the simplicity of pro wrestling and applying it to today's wrestling into where it makes sense, and it's just perfect counters and perfect holds, and it's stuff like that. That's really great. Double leapfrog drop kick spot. Goes with a slingshot plancha. Zack gets back into the ring. Sonata Paradise locks Zack Sabre Jr. using the bottom rope. Then he hits the slingshot plancha. Big high angle back suplex by Sonata. Octopus stretch from Zack Sabre Jr. Zack Sabre Jr. just stretching the fuck out of out of Sonata at this point, rather. It's Dragon Sleeper from Sonata. Zack quickly gets out of it, locks in one of his own. As Sonata goes for the top rope moonsault, Zack rolls out of the way. Sonata lands on his feet. Dragon Sleeper from Sonata goes for the top rope moonsault. Zack gets his knees up and locks in a triangle hold. Sonata counters the prawn hold with a roll up with a bridge and gets the win. Pulls out a fast one over Zack Sabre Jr. Great fucking match. These two, it's magic when they work together. Was interested to see how the crowd, the U.S. crowd specifically, responded to this match, and I think they actually did a good job for what it was. I enjoyed it. I'm curious on how someone who was kind of brought to the show by their significant other and was not really a fan of wrestling and just kind of was dragged along to it. Just kind of like, I got these fucking tickets here, coming to the show. And just kind of them from kind of a casual, non-fan perspective of that match. Because it's really great. From as a person who's been watching wrestling for 20 years now, it's kind of like that was tremendous. Maybe for the casual fan, they might have saw it differently, but I think there's instances where people that maybe aren't familiar with wrestling or casual fans could have been like, that was fucking awesome. So I'm curious on how someone from that kind of side of the spectrum would have saw that match. But that was great. Great stuff there. Kota Ibushi versus Kenta. Kenta back with the black gear, too. That's fucking awesome. I love that gear even more than the timeless brown and yellow gear from, like, the mid-2000s. That kind of before he left for WWE, that black gear with the kind of the white, I guess it's more like decal, really. I don't really guess design, just kind of all over the place. Or just paint splatter type of thing. I love that gear. For the first time ever, one-on-one, the wait is finally over. As we have both men trading kicks. Palm strike that just fucking rocks Kenta. Double knees to the back of the head from Kenta. European uppercut from Kenta. Snap power slam into the Miller Rope moonsault from Ibushi. Kenta gets out at 2. A slingshot planche attempt. Kenta kicks in midair. That was pretty awesome. Corner drop kick from Kenta, followed up by the double foot stomp. Ibushi kicks out at 2. Sit out powerbomb from Ibushi. Kenta gets out of it at 2. Ibushi counters the GTS attempt with a crucifix pin. Kenta kicks out at 2. Both men trade forearm shots. They trade strikes, ending with a head kick from Ibushi kicks out at 2. That was awesome, too. Kenta just kicking the shit out of people. That was awesome. See, GTS and Kenta wins it. A damn war that was, and that was awesome to see, Kenta really getting back into his groove. And for the press conference for the G1 in the US, he was telling everyone that he's going to show everybody what fucking Kenta's all about, and he sure did on that match. Obviously, he's going to be a lot different than what he was. The injuries and the age, he's definitely has slowed down from what kind of Kenta was in his prime. But he's still Kenta. He can still kick the shit out of people. And I think kind of that type of strong style-esque, where it's not really the crazy strikes as far as speed and kind of how fast he was. That was really what his prime was. Now he's just going to kick the shit out of people just out of kicking the shit out of people with some force. That's kind of more of what's going to be structured. But the main event, the 0-0-3 in the G1 Climax, 5-5-3 as a whole against each other. So maybe we'll see one of them get the win over one another. Hiroshi Tanahashi versus Kazuchika Okada. Unique gear of choice for Kazuchika Okada with the red, white, and black. I think it's because, like, Tanahashi also wears the red and the white, and so, with the black, too. It's kind of weird. They were just kind of contrasting with each other. Would not have been my first choice. Dumbass New Japan and both these guys chants, goddammit, crowd. You almost are perfect. It's a U.S. crowd. You can't fault them, I guess, for doing those. It's Okada with a drop kick off the top rope. Middle rope, flipping sent down by Tanahashi. Dragon Screw leg whip using the middle rope. That's a fucking Dragon Screw leg whips, man. They're so awesome, and Tanahashi's just really mastered doing them, using the ropes as well, and just doing them off the middle turnbuckle, and he's just, God bless him. As top rope elbow drop by Okada, Rainmaker post, Tanahashi rolls him up. That was an awesome little spot. Cloverleaf by Tanahashi, super high fly flow to the floor by Tanahashi, shotgun drop kick, followed by the drop kick from Okada, tombstone pile driver. Tanahashi counters the Rainmaker with a sling blade. Standing high fly flow from Tanahashi, goes for another high fly flow. Okada gets his knees up. Tanahashi counters the Rainmaker with a small package. Okada kicks out. Tanahashi with a dragon suplex. Okada kicks out at 2. Twisting tombstone pile driver by Okada, followed up by the Rainmaker. And Okada wins it. Fuck the draw. Okada wins, making it 1-0-3 or 0-1-3, depending on who you got ahead of him. As Great stuff from Okada getting the win. Figured the draw streak would end here. I wanted to keep going, but nothing lasts forever. 3 out of 5 predictions wise. I'll take it. 4,000 odds strong in the American Airlines Center. A lot of empty seats. Such a big building. With it being close to the 4th of July, probably airplane tickets were just probably really high. You figured they usually are around the holidays. And figured not a lot of people would have wanted to fly in. And also, too, really the announcement of the card was relatively soon. I want to say it was the last week of June was when it really got released. If it was kind of released ahead of time, maybe the beginning of June for some odd reason, like right after Dominion, that shit would have been announced. It would have been there would have been a lot more people there, I'd assume, giving people more time to take the day off and whatnot and kind of save up a little bit more to go to the show. But, it figured, too, not a lot of fly-ins to see the show, but Mark Cuban, who owns Access TV, probably gave them a sweet-ass deal on the venue, because he also owns the Dallas Mavericks who play there. And so that makes it, for it being such a big building for the show. All the matches were good, but Evil and Fale, which was okay to decent. Still a great show. What a match from Lance Archer and Will Osprey. Zack Sabre Jr.'s Sonata was tremendous. An awesome quote from Zack Sabre Jr. too, talking about the match. Putting on a great technical match for a U.S. audience is like reading Shakespeare to a dog. Fucking hilarious. And true to a degree. Kenta and Ibushi, some of it felt forced at times. They wanted to just have this spectacular match of epic proportions, but it just wasn't there. Awesome to see Kenta kicking the shit out of people. And Okada and Tanahashi was just timeless, as always. Definitely the worst G1 Climax match between the two. But that's irrelevant, as even at their worst, it's still amazing. As that will do it, though, for my review of Night 1 of the G1 Climax here in 2019, the 29 G1 Climax, as we get a break for the week, and then we're back to Japan, and we're back for the rest of the G1 on the 13th and 14th of days 2 and 3, as I will catch you guys there for my reviews of those shows. Take care, everyone.